The second member care element in Paul's system of care is accountability. Then, after 14 years, I went up again to Jerusalem, this time with Barnabas. I took Titus along also. I went in response to a revelation and meeting privately with those esteemed as leaders. I presented to them the gospel that I preach among the Gentiles. I wanted to be sure I was not running and had not been running my race in vain. Galatians 2. I think this is just beautiful. Paul had been preaching to the Gentiles, the non-Jews, emphasizing that salvation comes through faith in Jesus Christ and not through the Jewish law. Some people, some Jewish believers complained, "Oh, Paul is a weird guy." Paul goes to the apostles, Peter, James, and John, in Jerusalem to check and confirm that his teaching was in line with the truth of the gospel. That was actually before he went on his first mission trip. He submitted his teachings. I love that. Even though he was confident in his calling, he still submitted his message to respected leaders to make sure that he's on the right path. As a missionary, there is a danger to build your own kingdom. You might be successful. You might build a church. You might build a movement. You might are in danger of your own mission or build your own theology. And James 3 talks about not many of you should become teachers, my fellow believers, because you know that we who teach will be judged more strictly. So there is a big responsibility for us who teach the Bible. Sometimes this image we have of Paul is that of a loner. He does whatever he wants. He's a goal-getter, very goal-oriented personality without considering other people. But that is not really true. Paul is very much a team player, submitting his teaching to the apostles, the main leaders in Jerusalem. I personally also have 2 people who check my teachings and who give me feedback if my teaching is not in alignment with the Word of God. So what do we have in terms of member care principles here? Accountability. Accountability is a member care principle, helps prevent errors. Accountability requires humility, listening to others, taking others' input serious. You don't want to cause division in the body of Christ as a missionary. The other principle is mentoring by others who provide guidance, correction, and encouragement. But it's not just mentoring, it's also an attitude of collaboration, working together. Paul did not work alone. He surrounded himself with Barnabas, Titus, and apostles to sharpen his mission and to stay accountable. Paul had a system of accountability and mentors for himself, and he trained his followers, like Timothy, to do the same. It's like you teach what you live yourself. So who are you accountable to? Is there anyone in your life who can correct you, who can warn you or tell you, no, don't do it? How does accountability work for you? Frequency, the depth, the process? Do you allow people to speak into your personal life even as well, or just your ministry? Can you submit to what people tell you? Those chosen accountability partners tell you? Are you aware that you might do things wrong that can be prevented? Who is your team? Are people allowed to warn you, to challenge your teachings or your decisions? Are you surrounding yourself with team members who sharpen your mission? You know, this is member care. Paul had a system of care in place here, and Paul allowed people to speak into his ministry. That took a lot of humility from him. Less of me, more of you. Less of Paul, more of others. Less of me, more of you. How about